Hi everyone, Nutmeg here, Saturday, March 23rd, 2024. Oh, look at that, it kind of looks like a heart the way it's framed, the sun peeking through. I am just out on my meditation log and enjoying, hopefully it'll pick up, but we had a little bit of a snowfall yesterday and there's snow on top of the trees, so even though it's not windy, there was just a light enough breeze where the snow was coming off the trees. And it's a perfect symbolism, metaphor for the energies that are happening right now as we approach quite a major planetary energy on Monday, March 25th, so a couple of days from now, with both the full moon in Libra and the lunar eclipse. So the reason I find this so metaphorical is like you can hear the birds in the background. We're in Aries sun season right now, so there's that clearing fire energy that's underneath it all. But you know, with the snow having just been blowing off the trees the way it just was, it's the full moon and the lunar eclipse. It's really about the shadow that's left over and clearing out to get back to the light, the last remnants as we start this new astrological year and find that fire within us. You see how the snow is falling off? This is what we need to do with the lunar eclipse and the full moon, of that clearing out. It's the final dusting of the remnants that are holding us back. Now, the significance of the full moon being in Libra, when we think about the sign of Libra, predominantly the first thing that often comes to mind is relationships, but also there's that major focus, it's the sign of the scales, of balance as well. So it's clearing out that which is preventing you from balancing, and there's a special strong opportunity to focus that energy on relationships. Now, a lot of my previous videos have been on the isolation journey. Oh, look at that snow coming through with the sun. Sorry, it's so beautiful, even though, you know, we kind of look over here and we think we just crossed the spring equinox. It's can be perceived as quite dreary. But when we focus on the forward momentum of the sun with these energies right now, just to clear out what's left. So this last couple snowfalls, I mean, I'm in Canada, so we'll get a couple more snowfalls, but we had a really light winter. And it's actually quite beautiful just because I haven't had to deal with it all season, so I don't mind it. I'm not sick of it just yet, because especially on days like this where the spring is underneath the surface, clearing out the last remnants. It can be difficult if you focus on what you're buried underneath, but when you focus on the strong magnetic field that's created by both the full moon and the lunar eclipse, and use those energies along with the sun being in Aries to forward momentum. So both of them exist at the same time, and the challenge here is to balance them, getting rid of the last remnants of old, which can be as frustrating as sweeping a floor and trying to get the last little pieces onto the dustpan. You keep having to move back. And you do have to give the time for your emotions to flow through and the consciousness come up so that you can bring it up and release it. But that's what the full moon is all about, right? It's releasing and making space for what is new. And so the synchronicity of it being springtime and, you know, coming out of the winter cabin and starting to plant seeds for the next year, with the astrological new year of it being Aries and that fire and the new beginning. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk about the solar flares that are happening with the sun. I'm not a scientist, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but basically what I'm understanding is there's an increase in solar flares because scientists have found some kind of hole in the sun. Now, you can go the panic route. Some people are relating that to why the elite are starting to build bunkers. I don't really go that route. If there's something, I think it's different than what's happening with the solar just yet. But in the spiritual community, in the Lightworkers community, I mean, look how the sun, it looks like a heart, but it's really, for Lightworkers, if you can open your heart by releasing those last remnants as much as you can, the ability to receive the solar flare downloads literally from the sun, from these solar flares, to literally turn into your light worker best version of yourselves is so there. So I really just hope that you guys focus on trying to find the balance of the sunshine within and know that it's all for a greater purpose, and we need your light because you're full of light, because we're all energy. And yeah, it's a great time. I really feel like light workers are kind of waking up so much. And so if you have wisdom from your own journey, use your voice and share it the same way I am, even though you may not be a guru, because I'm certainly not, but I embrace the energies that are available to me so that I can be the best version of myself and understand what's there and forgive myself. Because it is, I'm talking very positively, but it is very difficult because there is the action of having to get the last remnants off as the snow flies and perfectly punctuates my point. There's still action to be taken as far as clearing off those remnants. But if you can focus on the sun, knowing that the removal of those remnants is what your soul needs, and those remnants are a beautiful part of your experience because they've made you to be exactly who you are right now. So yes, it's been a while. I'm so excited to be in touch with you again, my fellow nuts and light workers, empath sensitives. The energies are incredible right now, so it depends on how you look at it. So I really just hope that the sun peeks through in your life and that you glow like the light you are. I love you, my fellow nuts. Take care.